Cars, Toon UFM, Unidentified Flying Mator. At Luigi's Casa della Tires, his assistant Guido was putting a new hubcap on a customer. Suddenly, the hubcap slipped. It bounced off a pole and smashed through the store's front window. The hubcap flew past Mator and Lightning McQueen, who were stopped at a traffic light outside. "Hey, look, a UFO!" Mator shouted. "And I know, 'cause I done seen one once," he told Lightning. Then Mator began to tell his friend a tale about the time he saw a spaceship. It was a crystal-clear night. Mator began his story. Mator pulled up to a railroad crossing in the desert. Suddenly, clouds gathered overhead. Then the signals started flashing wildly, even though no train was in sight. "That's weird," Mator muttered. He looked to the left. Nothing. He looked to the right. Nothing. Then Mator looked forward. Ah! A UFO was floating right in front of him. "Well, hey there," he said. "Welcome. My name is Mator." "My name is Mator," the UFO replied. "Mator? Huh. That sounded an awful lot like his own name," the tow truck thought. "Should I take you to my leader?" "Your leader," the UFO echoed. Mator rolled off with the UFO flying behind him. Mator led the UFO to the spot where he kept his oil cans. "Here are all my leaders," he said. The UFO looked excited. "Yum!" he cried. Mator grabbed a can and drank the oil through a straw. When he glanced over, the UFO was slurping from a large oil drum. But Mator didn't mind. He was always happy to share. Then the UFO let out a belch, a really loud belch. "Dadgum," Mator said, impressed. "Dadgum," the UFO echoed. Later, Mator showed his new friend around. They did all Mator's favorite things, including tractor tipping. After that, Mator taught the UFO how to drive backward. Then his new friend taught Mator how to fly. "Whoa!" the tow truck exclaimed. Mator and the UFO went zipping through the night sky. The UFO zoomed away, but Mator caught up as they rounded Willie's Butte. They were both having a great time. "We're going to be best friends forever," Mator said. Out of nowhere, a giant magnet dropped from the night sky. Zing! It grabbed the UFO and pulled him upward. 3 military helicopters were hovering overhead. "I got him," one helicopter said. "Return to base," another helicopter ordered. "Mator, I'll save you!" Mator yelled as the helicopters left. Mator was determined to help his new friend. He secretly followed the helicopters through the desert. He passed a sign that read, "No trespassing, parking area 51." Mator followed the helicopters to a military base. He sneaked inside past the guards, and then he spotted a large airplane hangar. When he looked in a hangar window, Mator saw the UFO hanging from the huge magnet. Several military and science vehicles were closely examining the UFO. A scientist snapped a photo of Mator using a bright flash. "Dadgum," the UFO exclaimed. All the scientists seemed excited that the UFO had spoken. "Dadgum," one scientist repeated. "He's trying to communicate. Where's Dr. Abschleppwagen?" Mator knew this was his chance. He quickly put on a scientist disguise, then burst into the room. "Here I am," he announced. "What does dadgum mean?" asked one scientist. Mator looked around and spotted a giant on-off switch. "It means," he began. Then he threw the switch, turning off the magnet. "Let's get out of here!" The UFO was freed. "Dadgum," he exclaimed. "Follow me," Mator shouted to his friend. Mator and Mator flew out of the hangar at top speed. Everyone from the military base chased after them. In Radiator Springs, lightning interrupted Mator's story. "Do you really expect me to believe that?" The tow truck shrugged. "You should," he said. "You was there too." Then he continued his story. Except this time, Mator described how lightning was zooming across the desert with him and Mator. All the military vehicles were close behind. Mator was afraid he and his friends wouldn't get away. Suddenly, an enormous UFO mothership appeared. "Whoa!" Mator exclaimed. "It's beautiful," Lightning said. The mothership pulled Mator, Mator, and Lightning aboard in a white beam of light. Then the ship blasted into space, leaving everyone else far behind. "Dadgum!" all the military vehicles exclaimed. After a quick ride through space, it was time for Mator and Lightning to get back. "Thanks for saving us, Mrs. UFO," Mator said. "Can you drop us off at home?" The mothership stopped over Mator's shed and dropped him and Lightning right through the roof. "Thank you," Mator called. He would miss his new friend Mator, but he was glad the little UFO was safe. Outside the tire shop in Radiator Springs, Lightning looked skeptical. "I'm sorry, Mator," he said. "That did not happen." "Oh, yeah?" Mator replied. "Then how come I can do this?" He tried to fly, but his gears started grinding loudly. "No, Mator, please." Lightning rolled his eyes and drove away. Finally, Mator rose into the air. With a laugh, he flew off into the clear blue sky.